Hi friends, today I'm going to read one of our favorite books by one of our favorite authors, Margery Cuyler. And this book is The Biggest, Best Snowman. And after we read this book, we'll make our own big snowman collage. And there's some secret letters in this book if you watch. Better watch for them. Little Nell lived with Big Mama, Big Sarah, and Big Lizzie in a big house in a big snowy woods. Big Mama, Big Sarah, and Big Lizzie had big blustery voices. They had big talky friends. They had big loud parties. When Little Nell asked, "Can I help?" Big Mama, Big Sarah, and Big Lizzie shook their heads. "No, you can't," they said. "You're too small." "Yes, I can," said Little Nell, and "No, I'm not." "No, you can't," they said, and "Yes, you are." So Little Nell would go into the big snowy woods. She would sit and watch the snow fall from the sky. She would walk under the bare branch trees, and she would play with her friends, Reindeer, Hare, and Bear Cub. One day Bear Cub said to Little Nell, "Can you show us how to make a snowman?" "No, I can't," said Little Nell. "I'm too small." "Yes, you can," said the animals, "and no, you're not." "But I'm so small," said Little Nell. "My family won't let me do anything. I could never make a snowman." "How do you know unless you try?" asked Bear Cub. "We'll help you." Little Nell sighed. "Well, maybe." Little Nell got down on her knees. She carefully patted and matted and batted the snow into a tiny ball. She rolled it and rolled it to Reindeer. Reindeer nudged it and nudged it to Hare. Look at that. There's the letter right there. Hare kicked it and kicked it to Bear Cub. Bear Cub rolled it and rolled it until it stopped thud at the edge of a big icy pond. There's two more letters. Oh. "Now what?" asked Reindeer. "The snowman needs a middle," said Little Nell. "How do we do that?" asked Hare. Little Nell bit her lip. She got down on her knees and carefully patted and matted and batted another tiny snowball. She rolled it and rolled it to Reindeer. Reindeer nudged it and nudged it to Hare. Hare kicked it and kicked it to Bear Cub. And Bear Cub rolled it and rolled it until thud, it came to a stop, and he pushed it on top of the other snowball. "Now what?" he asked. There's some more letters. What letter? Another one right there. W and an M. "It needs a head," cried Little Nell. She patted and matted and batted another tiny snowball and rolled it to Reindeer. Reindeer nudged it and nudged it to Hare. Hare kicked it and kicked it to Bear Cub. There's another letter. Bear Cub stuck it up on top of the other two snowballs. Little Nell and the animals stood back and looked at their snowman. "Something's missing," said Hare. "The face," said Little Nell. "How do we do that?" asked the animals. "I think we'll need help," said Little Nell. She whistled for the birds to come. Crow, Cardinal, and Sparrow flew down from the trees. "Can you make a face for our snowman?" she asked. Crow fetched 2 pieces of bark for the eyes, Cardinal found an old pink sock for the nose, and Sparrow brought raisins for the mouth. Little Nell handed her green scarf to the birds. They wound it and wound it and wound it around the snowman's neck. Then they added 2 sticks for arms. The snowman was finally finished. Little Nell and the animals gazed up at their creation. "Wow," said the animals. "Wow," said Little Nell. It was almost lunchtime. Little Nell said goodbye to her friends and walked home through the big snowy woods. Big Mama, Big Sarah, and Big Lizzie were waiting for her. "Where have you been?" they asked in their big blustery voices. "I was building a great big snowman," answered Little Nell. "How could someone as little as you build a great big snowman?" asked Big Lizzie. "Come and see," said Little Nell. So Big Mama, Big Sarah, and Big Lizzie followed Little Nell through the big snowy woods to the snowman. Look at the big girls are not even walking. As they looked up, their mouths dropped open, their arms dropped to their sides. "Wow," they said. "You built that?" Yes, I did, said little Nell, with the help of my friends. That's the biggest, best snowman that ever was, said Big Mama. Yes, it is, said little Nell with a huge smile on her face. That's a huge snowman. Will you come and help us make a big, yummy lunch? Asked Big Sarah. No, she can't, said Big Lizzie. She's still too small. Yes, I can, said little Nell, and no, I'm not. Yes, you can, said Big Mama, and yes, you will. Big Mama gave little Nell a big sloppy kiss. Mwah! Big Sarah gave little Nell a big squeezy hug. Ooch! Big Lizzie stuck her big nose in the air. Huh. Little Nell's friends lifted her up on top of the snowman. Hooray! Isn't that a great snowman? It's a fun book. We like the books about Little Nell by Margery Cuyler. Now we are going to make a big snowman ourselves, a collage on a piece of paper. I've got some nice blue paper that made me think of the winter. And I cut some different sized snowballs, just like in the Little Nell have. I had a big one, a middle-sized one, and a little one. And parents, if you want to, you can trace a circle, a half a circle. This was folded, and let your kids cut out for themselves, because we love to have practice with, sorry, I can find my glue. We love to practice our fine motor skills using scissors. But I have these already cut out ahead of time. And on my piece of paper, I'm gonna spread some glue. I like to spread my glue with like a paintbrush, so I can see where it is. I'll put some at the bottom. If I was on a table, this would be a little easier. There's one snowball, my biggest one on the bottom. Actually, you could have even more than 3 snowballs, or you could have just 2. Really, really up to you. I will use 3. There's a middle-sized one. Put some glue up here at the top. 3 snowballs. This is also a good opportunity for you to talk about size difference with your kids. The big, the middle, and the littlest one. Now, just like a little Nell, my snowman needs a face. I'm going to put 2 dots of glue for some eyes. And I actually found some buttons. You can, again, cut up some little pieces of paper and let your child use the scissors and cut pieces of paper. Any practice with scissors is really good. I also cut a snowman's hat, but it could be any color, any kind of hat. I did that out of paper. I'm going to give my snowman a mouth out of, I have a piece of ribbon. Oh, he looks a little, curious. I don't know what that expression is. Also going to put some arms on my snowman. And guess what? I don't even care if they go off the side of the paper. It's kind of fun that way. There's my arms. Oh my goodness. How about a nose? Again, opportunity for your child to cut and talk about shapes. We have circle eyes and a triangle nose. I am going to give my snowman some more buttons, which I found laying around. And to finish them off, a scarf. Could use some more ribbon. Or I found a fancy piece of paper to be the scarf for my snowman. And there he is. Lots of fun. You can do one of these at home. We'll see you next time.